We're back. What's going on? It's Frank. We're here at the Homegrown Studio, and it's time for episode 5 of the Homegrown Happy Hour, sponsored by My First House, a division of RE/MAX. Our friend Matt Bush, an awesome realtor. If you're a first-time home buyer, just hit him up. His number is 586-843-6869, or on Instagram and Facebook at My First House, and My spelled M-I. Matt's awesome. If it's one of the stressful things to do is to sell or buy a home, Matt got your back, and if you're a first-time home buyer and you're doing it for the first time, he's the guy to call. Once again, that number, 586-843-6869. And now, without further ado, I'm back with the one, the only, Brent Mireau. What's up, dude?
Dude, that's a great intro, man. I appreciate that.
That was like the most smooth I've done it, and it still wasn't that smooth, but it was good enough. You know?
I tell you, man, it's good to be here, and it's good to be back with you, and like I said, I always enjoy these.
So, last time I saw you, we were doing Christmas carols. It's been over 2 years since I've seen you, man.
It's been nice, hasn't it?
It's been crazy, though. It's been crazy, though. Have you been thriving or just surviving? What's your?
I've been existing.
What's your story the last 2 years? Just being there, just breathing?
I guess you could say that, man. I've just been having fun, really. If I can do what I want to do and make a good living doing it, and why not?
Well, I'm glad you're still playing music with everything.
Got to.
It's awesome. You still have you been playing throughout the whole entire time? You played shows during the pandemic, or you just kind of
very, very little music.
Very little
was involved with me. Yeah.
Oh, right on.
But the thing is that that's sometimes a good thing. Like where you start to get burned out through all the bars, and like I've kind of cut back from the bar scene and kind of focused on my own recordings, and like I'm actually on an all-nighter right now.
Yeah, we were talking about that. What is your day job, by the way?
I flip anything. I buy and sell boats. I got a tractor right now. It's for sale. So if you need a tractor or a boat, just call me.
That's what you pulled an all-nighter doing, is selling boats?
No. I was working on a music video idea, and I like to be super different. So we got something in the works, and well, I don't know. So I got into something like.
Wait, that's like a bombshell to kick off the show. You're working on a music video.
Oh yeah, I have a team that is like the best around, but we always try to push the limits and push the bar farther and farther. As far as I don't want to do anything what anyone else has done, and it's not like competition or anything. I applaud everything they do. I just like to be different, man.
Well, you sound like you're doing more than just existing. You've been doing a lot of stuff. That's awesome.
I'm just talking about the all-nighter thing. I haven't done that in probably 3 years. I don't know, like 10 years.
How old are you?
I don't want to talk about it. But the thing is that I must have got into some caffeine last night or something, because like I tried to go to bed like 25 times, and it's just like, nope, I give up. I'm just gonna stay up. And then I knew I had to be here for this, so then I'm like, dude, you have to sleep. You have to sleep. And then it was like, nope, I guess we're going to see how this goes.
Now I get to grill you.
Here we go.
That's awesome. It does get harder, though. I know I used to stay up all night, no problem, all the time when I was, going to radio school and stuff like that. I would stay up all night, all the time, like 3 days straight, and I'd be like, all right, time for bed. But once you hit a certain age, you can't do it. Even if you try, you can't do it. And you end up, like, falling asleep. Like, if you were supposed to be here at noon, you'd fall asleep at 10:30. On accident.
Do you think that that's caffeine related or anything other, like coffee, caffeine?
You get used to it.
Or do you think it's stress from getting older?
No, I mean, a little bit of both, maybe. I mean, stress. I don't know if it's stress per se, but I know that if you drink enough, it's like you build that tolerance. So coffee don't work as good as they used to. The Monster Energy drinks don't work as good as they used to. And then you're like, oh, crap, it's 5:30 in the morning. I wanted to stay up to get to work at 8. All right, I'll do it for another hour and a half, 2 hours, and the next thing you know, it's like 7:30. You got to be there at 8, and you're.
I feel like that's my most creative time of night is before I go to bed.
Okay.
So then my mind starts going and going and going.
That's
interesting. It's hard to shut it down.
That's interesting. So like the songs that you're going to perform today, would you say all 3 were written when you're dead tired in the middle of the night, right before bed?
I don't even know which ones I'm going to play yet.
I don't. Yeah, this is like
you know me. I don't really. I just kind of.
All right, well, we'll start with this. If you were to, we're very prepared here at the Homegrown Happy Hour.
I keep it loose, man.
But that's what makes it kind of cool with us, though. I've always liked that about you, is that you could roll with an interview, and I didn't have to prep you, because half the time when the artist gets here, I don't even know what I'm going to say yet. So that's cool, man. But if you were to describe your sound, like with artists that we may have heard of before, what would you say your sound is? I already know my answer, but I want to see what you say.
Well, I've had a lot of other people tell me that it sounds like Eric Church, but
That's what I was gonna say.
The thing is that if you ask me, like I really dig like John Fogerty from CCR.
Okay.
I love that dude's voice.
All right.
Or like even Chris Stapleton or shoot, I could go down 50 different artists that I lived like. But my thing is like I don't know if I have a better ear or if I just listen a lot closer, but I listen to the little things they do, you know.
But you got to take it as like a compliment, though. Even if you don't agree, you're like, that's pretty awesome. He's one of the best.
It's a huge compliment, but I don't think I live up to that. I really don't.
Well, you got a lot of names in mind, so let's be the judge. Have you decided what the first song's going to be? Yeah, because I got to go to it now.
Well, I had a buddy that always said I sounded like Eric Church, and I was like, I don't really think I do, man. He's like, yeah, well, you got to write me a song, man. You got to write me a song. I was like, all right, what do you want to hear? And he goes, you're from St. Clair. We live on the St. Clair River. And he goes, no salt, no sharks. What the hell does that mean? And I kept asking him, what does that mean? He goes, just go write it. I don't care what it means. No salt, no sharks. All right, dude. Well, and then I was sitting there. I think I was cutting the lawn. And I said, I'm broke down, weathered and smoked. I lost myself living on the edge, but went in wrong. Something like that. But the thing is I still didn't know what the hell I was talking about. So I kind of put it in like no salt, no sharks. I kind of twisted it to where if you don't hang out with shitty people, shitty things don't happen to you. Can I swear on this?
Swear.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not FCC regulated
All right,
here.
sorry.
It's just the basement. We're hanging. This is just a hangout session.
I just cut like 10 loose. I'm sorry about that.
I didn't fucking swear on my show.
I didn't even ask, dude. I'm sorry. I won't say the F word. I promise. So I kind of wrote that as if you don't hang out with dirtbags, shitty things won't happen to you.
Oh, that's right. I dropped the worst swear word. You're right.
I shouldn't say it. I shouldn't say it that way.
That was my fault. Sorry, children.
Something like that. But either way, I was sitting on a lawnmower and I said, I'm broke down, weathered and smoked. I lost myself living on the edge, but went in wrong. So, with that being said, anything that you want to sound better, just play it faster, and it goes like this. It's called No Salt, No Sharks. I'm broke down, weathered and smoked. I lost myself living on the edge, but went in wrong. It's time to turn this page and write. Time to spread my wings and maybe learn to fly. Gotta find myself down that old back road. Take a long breath, maybe drink a little more. 'Cause life ain't worth living if you ain't got nothing to lose. Simple life living on that back porch, swinging dog hanging out. Tail just a wagging, got off the back of 9 with nothing but a cold Bud Light. If there ain't no salt in the water, the sharks don't bite. Time can move way too fast. You can live it to the fullest, you can wait till it's empty, but it's always gonna be in our glass. Sick of pain, sick of hate, sick of all the love that ain't never done no one no good. So the answer's A. Rock and roll. Sometimes they do that. Gotta find myself down that old back road. Take a long breath, maybe drink a little more. 'Cause life ain't worth living if you ain't got nothing to lose. Simple life living on that back porch, swinging dog hanging out. Tail just a wagging, got off the back of 9 with nothing but a cold Bud Light. If there ain't no salt in the water, the sharks don't bite. Now found myself down that old back road. I drink a little less, I smoke a little more. 'Cause life ain't worth living when you ain't got nothing to lose. Simple life living on that back porch, swinging dog hanging out. Tail just a wagging, got off the back of 9 with nothing but a cold Bud Light. If there ain't no salt in the water, the sharks don't bite. Something like that.
It's like if John Fogerty and Eric Church had a love child, they'd get it. Sorry for moving the mic on you. I realized that
I was about to stop the song and scream at you.
Well, you're the only one with headphones because you're the better musician. I don't even sing.
You could.
I can barely even talk. So that's actually awesome, though. So would you say it's harder for you to write a song based on your own, like just thinking about it, or like since he gave you the idea for Sharks and Salt?
That's a good question, because I do seem to write a lot better when other people
just influence what your topic is.
You should talk about this. You should talk about this and this and this. And like I said, I can go right into another song about that exact example.
You should give me a theme song right now.
You want a theme song?
See? I'm just kidding. Think about it. Maybe at the end of the show, because that's going to take some time. But, like, what would you say your songwriting process is? Like, do you go to a special place and write? Or you said it's before you go to bed usually, but, I mean, does it have to be like a full moon? I don't know.
Dude, like for me, I don't really, I just like stuff to sound catchy.
Okay.
Like so if you go into my computer and you go to my music software, there is 50 songs. Turn this reverb down a little bit. There is 50 songs at least that are 30 seconds long.
By the way, I don't know how you ended up with all of my...
It's all right by me.
Yeah, like I'm sitting here like just naked. Like I got no control. You control everything. So you could pot me down and this interview could just be inserted with whatever you want to be asked.
I could interview you.
I could say, don't do that. But you could be like, oh, Brent Mireau's the greatest artist in all the world. Well, yeah, that's right, So you could just start talking gibberish at this point. But no, I mean, with the songwriting, though, like, it is catchy. That song was catchy, but the premise, the way you described it before you started singing, it sounded kind of ridiculous, but that's kind of the point.
Yeah.
Did you find out what it meant?
Like I said, it's just kind of, if there ain't no salt in the water, they don't bite. So if you don't really do anything, if you're not a dirtbag, people don't come for you.
Hey, fair enough. Fair enough. There's actually a video game they just put out where you can be the shark, and like part of the game is to eat people. It's kind of fun.
It's kind of like you leave a trail or like wherever you go. But yeah, man, it's been fun. My favorite thing is when I write something and play it for the first time. It can be either the most rewarding experience or the most humbling, embarrassing experience, because like you'll be like knocking it out at the bar, and there'll be 100 people there, if that, and they'll be singing along, dancing, and then you're like, oh, I think I always do what I want when I play, like I don't have a set list or nothing, and I'll be like, I'm gonna play an original, and everyone claps, and then you start playing it, and nobody cares, and like, cause they don't know the lyrics, right. They're hearing it for the first time, so like, but then if you're in like a intimate setting, like around a campfire or something, where like people want to hear your originals, or like if you're in Tennessee, like you go to like the Bluebird, everyone's sitting there and their eyes are locked on you and they're hanging on every single lyric that you play. So like around here, they're like, man, play some Eric Church, play some whatever, play Elvis.
How often do you go over there?
I really don't go there very much. It's
not lately, probably, since this.
I mean,
craziness,
it's all my fault. I have too much. I don't know what it is. I just love being around my friends and family and like all the stuff that I get to do. But the new age is like you don't really have to be there.
Right.
Like I promise you guys that my team will get me farther than anyone else that could do it. I mean, I shouldn't say that.
It's social media though.
I'm saying I just want to give the respect up to my team as far as like the stuff that I put out on YouTube or anything else is mostly just my team. I just write the damn song.
You can shout out names, man, if you want.
I mean, I can't because I don't want to give up my sources and people will go to my team.
Fair enough. Touche. Okay, but what is your social media strategy? Because that is half the battle now, is being relevant. I'm trying to navigate it myself with this show, like just trying to make your name up there so people see it.
Dude, I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's
My main thing is I I have about five to 8 songs that are professionally mixed and mastered. I want to get to like 12, and I already have them. I just have to, in the next month, I'm going to go down to either Tennessee or a really high-end studio around here and just knock them out. It's almost like it's time to get this thing out. It's my own fault, but I love putting stuff out on YouTube. I don't know. It's just, for me, that's the platform I learned. That's the platform that's easiest for me, to where I can put swipe up on this, or I can do a music video. Like this new one, I promise it's going to be the coolest thing that I've ever done with music. Like the idea I have behind it is going to be 10 times cooler than anything I write.
I can't wait to see that.
I'm excited, dude.
I can't wait to see it. What is your handle on the social media, by the way? How do you spell your name?
Just go. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Just go to YouTube and type in Brent Mireau, and the last name is spelled Mireau.
Okay, that's what I wanted you to get at, because I remember when I first met you, I'm like, Miro, Miro. Where is this guy? Who is this guy?
Trust me, I've worked on a couple name changes, and they don't go very well.
So
for me at least.
What was one of the names, like, when you tried to change it to? You tried to change your name?
I tried to change the band name to Miro so everyone could figure out how to spell my last name. and then we went with the Cheap Smokes when we were the full band, just because the story behind the Cheap Smokes, it sounds like a bunch of hippies and stuff like that. It's not that at all. It's just when we were practicing for gigging, my bass player, who was the best bass player I've ever seen or anyone's ever seen, I would be on stage at a huge stage in front of a ton of people, and I'd be like, hey, we're going to play this brand new song. And they're like, what are you playing? I'd be like, you'll be fine. Start playing, and they're rocking within the second note, It's just he knows he was just fantastic. But he was always late. My brother sometimes would. My brother, who's a drummer, who I still think is like, have you ever heard Travis Barker play?
Oh, yeah.
He sounds identical. That's okay. His cymbals are sticking straight up. He breaks sticks like they're going out of style. Like
got like that Blink-182
after a big show, it looks like wood chips around his damn drum set because he plays them so hard. But the thing is that works really well on a big stage. But in a small venue, it's like you just one-up each other. You just get louder and louder. And by the end of the night, the roof's blowing off the place. But the thing is he was always good. So there's 2 incredible musicians, but sometimes he wasn't able to make it with what he had going on. And then myself, I would always I'm a last-minute kind of guy at some things. Some things I'm not, but I would always do my best and cock the rest. And so then one night we were practicing, and my brother says, man, we're worth about a pack of Cheap Smokes. And we all started laughing, and I was like, that's it. Well, that's what we're going to call it for right now. And that's how it got brought about.
All right, Maverick. So I want to hear the next song. I want to hear something that's near and dear to your heart, like one that means a lot to you. I'm asking because you said you didn't.
I like that, man.
You didn't have a set list, so I'm just trying to give you.
I dig your input.
All
right. Let me tune this damn thing first. Let's see, one that's near and dear. This one's pretty cool. I like this one. This one kind of meant a lot. I was going through some stuff and sitting with my buddy. Did you ever meet Timmy?
He came to the last one, I think. Yeah.
Yep. Him and he's my guy, because when I sit and, like, if I really want to he's always pushed me in a professional way and actually gave me the motivation and believed in me.
That's awesome.
That's the biggest thing with me, is that, like, if one person believes in you, it's like a gas on a fire. You just take it, And that's the coolest thing, is when you have best friends that are like, your best friends will always keep it real with you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so he would always, like, this is how I knew he had my back, was like, if I had something on my chest that I wanted to write, he was sitting right there with a pen and pad, and I would just blob shit out, and he would be like, that's good, write it down. And then when it finally got done, he's like, holy shit. He goes, this is a damn song. He's like, this is a cool song. We got to record this.
That's awesome. And that does say something, too, because you could have, like, a lot of just, like, really crappy, shitty days, feeling crappy about the whole thing, uninspired.
I've thought about giving this up a million times.
And just that one comment, even if it's from anybody, really. It could be from a stranger. It's like, this is the best thing ever. And it's like, all right, it fires you up a lot.
It's
really
true.
does.
It's true. Where it's like a lot of people that have done this for a long time, they get burned out, and then when people are like, "You're so good," and it's like, they're like, "Yeah, whatever, I appreciate it," and they give you the generic answer. But me, like, I will shake your hand, look you in the eyes, and say, "Seriously, thank you for saying that because I needed to get re-energized."
Yeah, sure. That's good. Yeah, right?
So this one's called Whiskey and Smoke. I could probably be out doing. Hang on now. Let me turn my reverb up. I got to do it perfect.
1, 2, 3.
I'm a perfectionist, man. I want to.
That's good. No, you called your own cut.
Hey, this is my show. I got the board right here. This is my damn show.
You called your own cut.
Cut. You should see me in the studio. I'm terrible. I always stop. I could probably be out doing something else. I know it kills me, brings me hell. Feels like something we shouldn't have done at all. 'Cause I thought it over a million times. The long nights, the bar fights, hanging tough just to let it go. My friends try to tell me that I should quit. They don't know what's in my head. It's funny how the falling feels like flying. You're like whiskey and smoke. I don't wanna take you home, 'cause I can't leave you, baby. You're every drag and pull. When I'm all alone, when my money's gone, 'cause I'm sitting in the drive, turning back time, trying to make that last call. Whiskey and smoke, whiskey and smoke, whiskey and smoke. I finally settled into a midnight bliss where love was lost. You laid your head, the air of the dog in this bed. If I could do it over now, I just might. 'Cause you weren't perfect, neither was I. And maybe I had too much to think. But the truth lies deep and it cuts with regret, second guessing myself, everything I said. It's funny how the falling feels like flying, 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 yeah. You're like whiskey and smoke. I don't wanna take you home, 'cause I can't leave it, baby. You're every drag and pull. When I'm all alone, when my money is gone, 'cause I'm sitting in the drive, turning back time, trying to make that last call. Whiskey and smoke, whiskey and smoke, whiskey and smoke.
That was awesome. Fantastic. How long you been doing this music thing?
Shit.
Guitar playing. Hobby.
I would say since at least high school, and I'm only 22.
Ah, got it. There it is.
I'm a liar.
So like for 5 years?
I'm a liar as well. I am not 22. So I grew up racing motorcycles. I think I told you that before, but I grew up racing motocross and always getting hurt. And my mom brought a guitar home, and she's like, "You got to learn a new hobby, because I can't go to the races and watch you crash anymore." And I remember I went to Southern Thumb Music in Richmond. They're not open anymore. But I was a punk kid, and I went in for a lesson. And this dude, young dude, the guy was cool as hell. I go, "Listen, man, I don't really care about playing guitar. Don't teach me how to read music. Don't teach me bars, don't teach me whatever. Teach me one song so I can get the hell out of here and go ride my dirt bike. He's like, all right, man, come on in. and he's like, fingers right here, these 4, that's a G chord, it's an E chord, a C chord, and that's a D chord. And he goes, you're good, man, get out of here. And I'm like, are you serious? And he goes, yeah, 5 minutes I was in there. And he wrote all those chords down in a book. And it ended up being Steve Major from Our Lady Peace.
Wow.
That's who the guy was. He's cool as hell.
In Richmond?
Yeah. That's where they're from.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were a Michigan band at all.
Hell yeah.
That was a blast to like early 2000s.
Yeah. So if you do those chords, you go, oh, where can my baby be? The Lord should go away from me. And then you play it backwards is, I'm headed down south to the land of the pounds of my mouth. Now you're starting to get how I play, how you get along.
Sure.
You just build up, and then you start learning Johnny Cash chords and all that. And then you start writing your own music after a while of getting bored of playing everyone else's.
What would you say the coolest place you ever played, like a show was? Like the coolest venue you've rocked out at?
I'm sitting in it, man.
Oh, hell yeah, man. I wish I had a beer. I'd fist bump you from across the Pacific.
Yeah,
Am I also the biggest name you've shared a stage with?
100%, dude. 100. But the thing is that like honestly, like I love feeling comfortable, man. In like a lot of places, it's nothing against them. It's just there's so much like I remember one of the coolest shows we've ever played. Remind me to turn that reverb back up when I start playing again.
Okay.
One of the coolest shows we ever played. I was so scared we were gonna fuck it up. I was just terrified the whole time. Like from start to finish, it was a 45-minute set, and it was like sold the fuck out. And there was 2 stories. It was like an amphitheater almost, like a theater. And I've never played a theater sold out. I'm just a dumb kid that learned 4 chords on a guitar, you know. And then next thing you know, I got my brother playing, my best friend on guitar, and one of my other best friends, and we're all jamming together. It's like, I wish I would have just taken a step back and kind of looked and then just took it in.
Sure.
Because the whole time I was like, just freaking, please don't fuck this up. Because there's way too many people here that are going to hear it. And then we got to the last song, and it was like, I don't know how to explain the feeling, but it was like, that's the very last song I enjoyed it. Because I knew we had made it. Because the last song is like our always the last song, and we all have it in the pocket. But like some of the other songs we had just started working on. So like that one I just wish that there was times where I don't want to say comfortable, but I guess comfortable where I can just really be myself and take it all in.
You get the best music out of you too.
Oh my God, yeah.
You're a little uptight, you don't play it as good. That's how I feel. So I'm glad this can't be the best play you played, but I do appreciate the comment. But no, honestly, you sound very, very calm, and it's cool to know, you're not that old of a guy. So be playing since high school.
Hey,
It's
man.
at least been 15 years.
I appreciate you saying that, bro.
So like, yeah, you sound like you're way more, they got the right, that catchy, that mantra of the catchy tune. Like that's really like a good vibe. And I think that's what I never heard that someone say that. And it sounds very cliche. Like, yeah, you gotta make a song that's catchy, but like,
I don't know if this is true, but I heard Post Malone, who I really admire. He like goes in and he just like mumbles stuff in the studio when he hears a beat, and then he puts lyrics to it. So, like, he thinks of the catchy part way before he puts any lyrics to it.
Okay.
And I was like, that's pretty sick.
That's a pretty good advice, too.
Because
it's true.
Absolutely. I was like,
it's absolutely true.
I was like, I shouldn't cut that out, would you?
No, because I might try to write a song, and I want to watch it back.
Yeah.
See, the guitar's behind me, but it doesn't get touched. It's in a different spot every week.
Hey, you'll get there.
And it's got more fingerprints on it, and you would think that it's because I'm playing it. No, it's because I'm moving it so much, trying to find a...
Hey, man, it's got to go somewhere, dude.
If I was down here, where would I...
Dude, the thing is like I have had people ask me, like, man, I really want to get into the guitar. I have a guitar, and I've been playing. How long does it take to get decent? And I'm like, dude, just play it every single day. It doesn't matter if it's for 2 minutes. Just play it once a day. And the best thing that helped, because I sucked, and all I had to do was go on YouTube. I mean, you can get a master's degree off of YouTube if you really try, in anything.
Right.
Where anything you look up, you can find and learn how to do it. But like the biggest thing to playing music and playing guitar or anything is starting. You just got to start it. You know what I mean?
My buddy just said that. He's like, I learned music theory off of YouTube. And I'm like,
It's way beyond me, man.
Well, I mean, most people don't know it, and I'm like, honestly, like, I'm amazed because I barely know scales on a guitar. I know Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Well, that's
Twinkle,
what
Twinkle, Little Star.
my best friend, and he's my lead guitar player when we do jam together. He knows all of that, and he has he could basically have a degree in music, or I should say on guitar. I sound like an idiot talking about this, by the way, because I don't. What do you call it? The learning guitar. There's I don't know. I'm on an all-nighter. I don't.
Beginners.
The theory, all that stuff that
okay.
you got to learn, and if I go to, he knows 10 different ways to play that C in a different up here.
And I wish I knew that. That's
Dude,
what I wish I knew.
You wish. Dude, I'm the one sitting here playing.
I get frustrated because I feel like that's what you should know as like an instrument. Like on the instrument, you should know where the notes are. If you
I know.
Well, you're boosting my confidence. Thank you.
I'm telling you, it's one of the coolest things, and that's something I really I've been thinking about, and I'd like to get back into music lessons. I'm not too proud to get music lessons or anything else, but I think that would be the next big thing to really get back into it and fall in love with it again.
Maybe not lessons, but I feel like you learn something when you were more active. I guess with the performing at bars and stuff, you probably picked up stuff more than you thought you did. And that could be it too. I don't know about lessons. Lessons, you'd start from the bare beginning. They'd be like, all right, now give me an E. Give me an A. And for yours, you don't.
How do I say this the right way? Bars are a blast, but I should say this the best way. Playing 3 nights a week for a bunch of drunks every night that are complete strangers, it's still the best job in the world to get paid for. You know what I mean? Where it goes stale, but once you kind of take yourself away from it, you're like, dude, I'd still do that. It's still a blast. You don't have to drink every night. I've learned that.
Yeah, you would have been sleeping, though, if you would have drank last night. I would have had a couple beers and passed out.
I did the opposite. I must have ran into some caffeine or something. I don't know what my body does, but I was up all night. I'm on an all-nighter, and I feel good about it.
I've been downing this monster right in front of you. Oh, it's so good. And I'm probably going to crash in an hour.
I'm telling you, if I drank that, you'd be taking me to the hospital. There's something wrong with my liver or something. It just doesn't process it at all. So where were we? Playing music or we what?
So you're doing this video that will be out soon. Mm-hmm. What?
Can't say anything about it either.
No, we're not gonna.
Okay.
I don't want to know anything about it.
Good.
Screw your video.
Perfect.
No, I'm just kidding. No, but what else do you have in the works though? Is new songs, new music, new album, new anything else?
So what I'm excited about is in the last couple months, my family, my girlfriend, my dad, my brother, my nephew, we've gone camping a lot. That's the shit, dude. If you ever go to a cool campground, that's the shit. You can do whatever the hell you want, and you wake up and you're on the beach and you just walk down the lake. There's just no worries. So I kind of really fell in love with that, and that's what I'm really getting into. So I kind of want to get another. I had a camper before, but I want to get another one and start going back to Tennessee, playing in all those places, the writers' rounds and doing all that, and just kind of doing it for the right reasons. Doing it because I love doing it, not because I have to make it or everyone says,
right.
When are you going to make it? When are you going to be there on TV?
Who cares?
I don't know.
Right. Just do it because you love music and do it because you love
exactly
the feel of it performing like that.
Do it while you started it,
But next time I see you, you're probably gonna be like this mountain man. You're gonna get a camper. You're gonna be nothing but camping. You're coming with this giant beard, trucker hat,
and play.
Hey Frank,
play the shit out of a harmonica.
Living in the West Virginia woods. That actually would be kind of sweet though.
Nothing wrong with that, man.
I think a camper. Yeah, I need a vacation. It'd be all right.
It's a good time, man. You should try it.
Yeah, it's my favorite time of year is right now.
Oh,
my birthday just happened. After my birthday, it's a perfect time.
Sweatshirt season, praise God.
You got one more for the road? Let's get us out of here with one more song.
What you want to hear, bro?
Oh, the reverb.
Look at this.
Shout out to the my production or my equipment manager Tony, my dad. Props to Pops. Props to Pops. He doesn't like the applause, but we got to clap.
Oh yeah, dude.
Props to Pops. I like that. I'm gonna hashtag that one.
What the hell is I gonna play?
I don't know. You didn't tell me anything before the.
Oh, I love doing this. All right, I'll give you one that I just wrote that I have not recorded or done anything with. It was about we were sitting at a boathouse having a couple pops, And one of my buddies came in, and he's always got a new girlfriend. Always. And she leaves, and he's like, all right, see ya, and doesn't, like, walk her out or nothing. And he comes back in. I go, dude, how the hell do you have a new girlfriend every time I see you? He goes, oh, dude, all you need is a phone and a damn thumb. You swipe to the left or the right. It's this fucking dating app called Tinder or whatever. And that's how he did it. That's what he told me. He's considerably younger than me. But
yeah, you get some questionable characters, I'm
so,
sure. I mean, that's cool, though.
But the thing is my guitar player and I were sitting in that boathouse writing a song at the time, and when he said, all you need is a phone and a damn thumb, I was like, that's kind of catchy. So then I came up with this. It's about him having girlfriends. These days it takes nothing to land one. All you need is a phone and a damn thumb. You don't need no lights. You don't need no prescription. You don't need all night just to listen. Talking about that red hair, stomping on the dance floor with the high heels, making me want more than I probably bargained for. Do to me what you're doing to the dance floor. You got me losing my mind. Talking tonight. I'm talking tonight. I'm talking tonight. I'm talking tonight, yeah. The way your drinking's got me guessing. Is a man that's making you stressing. He never had no time. He never had no ambition. He never had all night just to listen. Talking about that blind, blue, diamond-eyed lady with a Daisy Dukes, driving me crazy. And I promise you one more. Do to me what you're doing to the dance floor. You got me losing my mind. Talking tonight. I'm talking tonight. I'm talking tonight. Talking tonight. Now, this is the part I wrote about my damn self. Now that I got your attention, is it me that's making you listen? Do you have more time? 'Cause I got the ambition. Do you have all night just to listen? Do you want an old, broke, shitty guitar player with a big truck you know I can't pay for? And I promise you one more. Do to me what you're doing to the dance floor. You got me losing my mind. Talking tonight. I'm talking tonight. I'm talking tonight. Talking tonight. Thank you, man.
That was the debut. Does your buddy know that you wrote that song?
Tell him every time.
That's awesome. It's like you just sing it. Oh, he's here. We'll play it. Let's play it. Brent, that was awesome, dude. Thanks for playing that. That was like the debut. I like debuts.
Dude, hell yeah, man. It's been awesome. Dude, I seriously love coming here, so I want another invite back.
All right, well, get the camper, and we'll do a show from the road.
Dude.
I thought about that as soon as you said the camper thing. I'm like, we should do a show from just in the woods somewhere.
That doesn't sound like a half bad idea.
We gotta get Mike Sugg in here too, because he's got a little shtick going that would be a lot of fun. You know what I'm talking about? I don't want to give it up.
I'm in, man.
Toby Keith lookalike. I wanted to do the people.
Hey! I want to say something. I'm opening up for that guy.
He's an awesome dude. You're gonna love him. I love that man.
I've never October 8th at AJ's Salt Docks in Marine City. The most kick-ass bar to play in, man. It's right on the water, bunch of boat slips. But the thing's set up like a tiki bar, and they give the most. I'm telling you, I'm not just getting them the exposure. I'm talking about their food kicks ass. They got they redid the whole thing, so
it's
it's
a hell of a plug.
I don't even need to, dude. Like I'm telling you, October 8th it speaks for itself. They got a big-ass stage coming in. I got some shit planned that nobody knows about. It could get a little dangerous, I'm not going to lie.
Danger.
All right,
danger.
I'll fucking say it. I got flamethrowers.
You got flamethrowers.
Yeah, the flash pods that shoot up.
Wait, you bought them?
Yeah, dude.
Where are? Why didn't you?
Exactly.
Burn down the house.
But no, I've never heard that guy play, and I've never heard him sing. But holy shit, does that guy look like Toby Keith?
That's good. He's got some good stories. He's one of my favorites too. He's awesome, dude.
I can't wait to meet him.
He's an awesome dude. Yeah, we'll try. Well, when you see him, tell him to come on the show, Mike, Toby, Brent. Clay, man, it's been a blast. Thank you so much. We will get you on the show again.
Thank you.
Homegrown Happy Hour is live every week. Well, not live. It's more like. So, I mean, I guess it's live today because you had control of the board.
It is what it is,
so we're
man.
good. But
what you see is what you get.
What you see is what you get. But it's sponsored by Matt Bush, the realtor, and My First House, MI First House. He's a first-time home buyer specialist, is what I like to say. So we basically, if you're in the process of buying or selling your first house, call Matt. Even if you're just buying any house, call Matt. But if you're a first, he's definitely your guy. 586-843-6869. It's 586-843-6869. Once again, my guest this week has been Brent Mireau out of St. Clair.
Yes, sir.
Out of St. Clair, Michigan. And we'll be back next week with the Partakers, changing it up a little bit for the next one.
Hell yeah.
And we'll see you then. Have a good one. Thanks for watching. Bueno. Fantastique.
Hell yeah, dude.
Por favor. That was great.